Goldberg.
Yo.
It's Bubba. How are you, buddy?
Great, man. How you doing?
Where you at? Are you in the gym training?
I am in the gym. I'm not training, though.
Now, let me ask you a question. Have you been training hard lately? I mean, you still training hard?
When I got done with that longest yard, man, I took 9 months off. To a normal athlete, man, that would be like fucking suicide.
But when you're some fucking stud like yourself, that's just a little walk in the
absolutely not, man. I felt what it was like to be a normal human being for a little while. But
now you went. What'd your weight go from? Now, when you were in the longest yard, what are you, about 250?
Oh shit! You kidding me? I was about 285.
285. Well, I was only a few pounds off.
Yeah, 285. I'm probably about 275.
Those fucking.
I got 270 now.
Those traps of yours, brother. I don't know if you got trap implants or you just do a lot of upright, but you got the most unbelievable traps. Me and Hogan were talking about that a few days ago.
Well, thanks, man. You know, everybody has to be known for something, and at least I was known for something.
You were known for
good. Who knows?
Bill Goldberg, Britt, known for two things. Ready?
Yep.
Never doing one in the middle and having big traps. Say it.
There you go. Hey, you know what? It could be a hell of a lot worse, dude.
Say it.
How many other people can say that?
Hey, Britt, I'm Bill Goldberg. I'm going to make $5 million a year. I'm not ever going to do a job when I got big traps. What?
Unless the job makes sense.
Well, exactly.
There you go.
You went were you like 150-1 before you did your first job?
Man, who knows what it was.
That was a hell of a gimmick.
All I can say was, thanks to your boy, I was in the right place at the right time, and I was very lucky.
And thanks to Henry Holmes, too, you made a lot of money.
And, you know, like I said, thanks to your boy, I asked Hogan's permission to go get him.
Well, you influential Jewish people got to stick together, and it just seems like they just make more and more money, don't they, Brent? See, Goldberg had more money before wrestling. I mean, he was rich before wrestling.
Yeah, right. I tell you what, I made more wrestling like on my first contract than I did playing in the NFL. It was crazy.
Man, you were making a ton of money when you were working for Turner, were you not, Bill?
You know what? It's all relative, dude, but I guess so, yeah. I was making a very good living. Comparatively, there's no doubt.
Let's talk about a couple things like your new show now. Let's talk about your new show on Spike TV.
Pros versus Joes. Boy, that was I felt like a Joe on the show, let me tell you.
Well, who are some of the pros they brought in to wrestle?
Well, let me tell you, after you hear the list of pros, now you know why I felt like a Joe. It was, Jerry Rice and Xavier McDaniel and Clyde Drexler and Darren Dalton and McMahon, Herschel Walker, Bo Jackson, list goes on, Kevin Green, Romanowski. It was cool, man. It was a lot of fun. They had, obviously, the pros going up against Joes in sports-specific events, and then a golfing event that I participated in, and just a bunch of things that they tried to even the playing ground, but it still didn't work. When you're going up against Jerry Rice and anything, man, it's pretty hard to deal with him.
So it's mostly not wrestling, it's competitive other things that you're going against.
Well, Jerry Rice and McMahon would run routes, and you had a Joe trying to cover Jerry Rice.
Now, Rice has still got it.
Another event, you had a Joe trying to compete against McMahon, throwing the football through certain targets. You had guys trying to rebound against Rodman. And then I had to do an event where I got to wrestle guys, and they had 60 seconds to put me on the ground.
And you were extra stiff. You were extra stiff on them too. You really, really beat the shit out of them, didn't you? Be honest.
You know what? That was the hard part, man. Because number one, we all know that I'm not a wrestler, a collegiate wrestler. I mean,
you're a shooter.
I can do exactly. I didn't want to hurt any of these guys. Like Kevin Green and I were talking, and hell, you go head up with Kevin Green, who just retired from the NFL, who's the all-time sack leader, dude, and you're just a Joe walking off the street. I mean, think about it. Herschel almost put some guy in the hospital, tried to tackle him.
I heard Herschel's still in pretty damn good shape.
Herschel will always be in good shape, man. He is
he's a genetic
like
freak.
A robot.
He's a genetic. I used to watch him growing up, Brent, when we were as a running back when we were kids. That son of a, when he played for Georgia, didn't he?
He played for Georgia, just like Goldberg.
And then he went to the USFL and made a ton of money, didn't he?
He played for the New Jersey
Herschel,
Generals.
Man, and put it down for the record, is he's one of the coolest guys on the planet. Whether he be Herschel Walker or just some Joe, he's a straight up dude.
I met him one
time.
time.
I try to pattern my.
I heard he's very soft spoken, very much a gentleman.
Absolutely.
Bill,
absolutely. Been friends with him for a long time, man.
When does the new show start?
I think it starts second week in March.
Second week of March. Going head to head against the Hogan reality deal.
Well, there you go, man. I don't know, Bubba. If you're going to be cameoing on the Hogan deal, then we don't have a shot.
Well, I don't get too many cameos. It seems as Knobs got most of the cameos. It's been pretty damn good. Did you hear about Knobs' new deal? Did you hear about that?
What's he doing?
He's doing Trailer Park Justice. And they're shooting a pilot now, and it's like
so he's going to be the new dog.
Well, it's People's Court meets Judge Judy, but it's people who live in trailer parks that have very
He's the judge?
and he's the judge. And so, it's like, my wife was fucking this guy over here and stole my bear. And then Knobsy's got to, decipher it all, come up with the verdict, and then implement the punishment.
Well, let me tell you, Knobs isn't going to decipher it. He's just going to translate it into his own fucking language, whatever the hell that is.
Oh, here it is. You ready? Here's the average Knob verdict. Let me tell you something. Every Friday's a Friday night, every Saturday's a Saturday night, and you guys are fucking crazy.
I haven't heard that in years.
Whoa!
Thank you for doing that.
Knobs.
Well, how you been, man? I haven't talked to you in a long time.
We've been good. Well, we had a 2-year hiatus. Howard actually hulked up and gave us gave us a shot, and we've come in Sirius satellite radio in a Goldberg type fashion and done quite well, actually.
Well, you know what? I'm proud of you guys, man. As if you need something like that for me, but that's awesome. That's a great step for you.
Thank you,
Especially
Bill.
to be on a station where you don't have to watch what you say.
Well, not only that, but to get we're getting, for lack of a better term, the Howard rub, and we're getting put over, by
It's like the Hogan rub, dude.
Yeah,
You're lucky.
I am lucky. I got the Hogan rub as a friend, and I got the Howard rub as professionally. So we're doing okay right now.
Everybody wants to know how I made it. The way I made it was the Hogan rub.
Hogan did. You've made no bones about it. Hogan did take you under his wing, didn't he, Bill?
Dude, man. Like I said from the beginning, I went up to him and asked him if I could have Henry Holmes' services. I respect the guy to the utmost. He's the preeminent leader in our endeavor.
So let me ask you a question, Bill.
Wrestling, man. So shit.
Why does Vince disrespect Terry and pull the shit that he does with Terry when and I'm not a very biased opinion because and neither are you, because obviously you're a lot closer to the business than I am, but Terry's a friend of both of ours, and you can just see him how frustrated he is because Vince refuses to put him over and refuses to let Hulkamania Hulk up one last time. And it's sad to see how much Vince is oblivious to what I think the fans still like.
Let's see. First of all, I've watched maybe 5 minutes of WWE since I retired March 2 years ago.
I agree. Me too.
So I can't pass judgment, and I can only speak from personal experience. But all I can say is this: I can go case by case. I could look at mine all day.
Right.
We could all analyze it, but just think of this. Let's make it easy. He puts Hulk Hogan in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yet he doesn't do what you're talking about he should do, which is put him over for one last time. Doesn't make sense.
Is it that all the? I'm just going to say it. Is it that Triple H and all these fucking haters that can never do jobs and that don't know how to draw money and are so full of themselves are afraid that somebody's going to get over and somebody can actually draw some money?
You know what? If it was all thought of as a business endeavor, then that would be the way it should be. But it's just not, and we all know that. So on a person by person basis, whether it's Triple H or Vince or any of the other bookers, man, fact is, the guy with the last call is the one who makes the decision. They can have any crackpot idea in the world, but it has to go through one guy. Whoever it goes through, sometimes makes the most irrational decisions I've ever seen in my life, and that's the most unbiased way that I can say it.
Bill, they completely mishandled your return. I
don't like talking about that. I'm gonna let everybody else talk about it, but. Well, let's be honest, man. He didn't make me. He didn't. I wasn't a product of the WWF, and so
right.
And whether it be Triple H's position or whatever it may be, whether I was an outsider and people didn't think I respected, the so-called lifers, and I looked at it as just a business. The fact is that.
Bottom line is
you look at it as a business, and if you look at it objectively, then it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And that's what I go by.
And God forbid that somebody came from somewhere else and was over, and if you're not a protege of Vince, then at the end of the day, as much as you were over and as much money as you'd drawn and the biggest name as you had, God, that was a no-brainer on how to handle you. Please.
It's so stupid. It makes no sense whatsoever, man. Look at Brock and I's last match. That could have been the biggest match, under Hogan's matches and some of the other epic matches, but that thing could have been huge.
Could have been one of the top 10 moneymakers of all time.
Yep. Yet they just brushed it under the mat.
God forbid that somebody else get over, huh?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Goldberg, I know you're in still pretty damn good shape. What if and this is completely out of context. I don't know anything to be true. I don't know anything. But what if a major player or a major network would stick their nose up out of the woodpile and hire a Hogan? Would you be interested, in dealing with something like that, coming back to work, as long as it was the right people running the deal, and you knew that you were going to be handled the right way? Would you ever be interested in making a comeback on a different? No, I'm not talking about a Jared deal. I'm just talking about a brand new deal. I mean, it
would have to be the right deal, and I'm not, Bubba, man, you know me, dude. It doesn't all just have to be about money. It's about having a good time, because if I'm going to invest the time in training again and being that guy again and going out and doing my thing, then it has to make sense. It has to be fun again.
And you
38 years old. I mean, I don't want to be doing it when I'm 40, when I'm 45, when I'm 50. No offense to the guys who are, because more power to them, because they're legends. And it's what they like to do. But, I got a kid on the way, man, and, I'm loving this car deal, having a lot of fun. I'm hopefully got a couple movies on the horizon. And
yeah, you got to do more.
Something like that, man, it would have to be right. And
But, I mean, if somebody, like a Hogan, could make it fun on a limited basis like there's no bones about it. I was backstage. You guys used to have all kinds of fun. It was fun to come to work.
I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'd do it in a heartbeat. And you know what? This program goes out to a lot of people. And I don't know if you kind of baited me for this, but my boy Sting went back to TNA, and I got that phone call. He and I spoke, and I'm monitoring what's going on down there. And you know what? Hey, if somebody wants to come out, if Spike wants to come out, I've had dealings with them about my car show. If Spike wants to invest, money and effort, with the key on effort, in competing against a guy like Vince and making it a fun atmosphere and going back to, good versus evil, and not necessarily the bullshit soap opera that all these things have gotten into.
And the nepotism and all the bullshit.
It's crazy. It's just low rent, man. You don't need, if you got the talent, you got the guys. You got simple storyline, and you got quality wrestling. You got good versus evil, man, and you got compelling stories behind that. Then you don't need all that over the edge crap. There's not a place for all the giant peeing on Eddie Guerrero's car and all that kind of crap that I hear goes on. It's just not right. You don't need it.
Kevin, Bill, let's talk about Mopar, because I'm with Mopar now. I was going to say Kevin Miller. Do you know Kevin Miller?
Yeah. I did a little work for Kevin at that SEMA show, man.
Kevin's good people, man, and I just signed a racing deal. They do my sprint cars now. I got Mopar, Gary Stanton Racing Motors in my deal now. And
oh, beautiful.
And I know you're a huge Mopar. Even before Mopar hired you to do stuff, you have had, 20 different Mopar things.
Dude, that's inflaming it a little bit, but I just bought another one at Barrett Jackson. I sold one and then I bought one, and it's an addiction, man. It's so much fun. It's great as I sit here in my gym that's above my garage that's housing, about 21 vehicles, man. It's so much fun. I'm a kid in a candy store. I'm one of the luckiest guys on the planet, man, like I said.
And Mopar guys, man, they are such good people to deal with, and they're so aggressive on the marketing nowadays, and it's just so good to see, Mopar that used to be an icon, and just now, for lack of a better term, hulking back up and getting back into the muscle deal. And boy, the new Brent, have you seen the new Chargers?
Yeah, I love them.
And the 300. I mean, they got some.
The new Challenger is awesome compared to the new Challenger. To the new Charger.
I've not seen the new Challenger.
Oh, the new Challenger is the baddest new vehicle on the road, no question. It's not. It's going to be in production, I think, for 2007, but it is a killer car. It looks just like the old one. Like I said, it's like you said, Mopars are great, man. I liked them in the beginning because they were different. They were unique. It wasn't a regular Chevy Corvette or a Mustang, like everybody else is going to get. It's something off the beaten path, and I started collecting them, man, and they're wonderful. And like you said, the guys that are associated with Mopar are terrific. I'm hopefully doing a build-up with Kevin Miller on. He doesn't know it yet, but hopefully I'm going to do a Daytona build-up, man. So,
yeah, well, we're going to be at Daytona with Tony, hanging out with Tony Stewart, so you got to come see me.
Tony's a great guy. I did the press conference with him down at SEMA.
Hey, are you going to be, Tony was at my house for the last 4 days. He just left today.
Oh, beautiful.
And he was down here in Tampa for the Super Bowl party, and Hogan was over there, and we having a good time. But he's going out to that auction that you and Bischoff always go to.
Which one's that?
The big car auction. Is it in Phoenix?
No, we just had it last week. Or no, not last week. The 20th of January.
Oh, okay. Is there another one coming up?
There's one in Palm Beach.
That's where he's going.
Yeah, Palm Beach.
He's going to that one. I know that it's one that's not been yet so far, and I always know that you go to all those things.
Yeah, those are great, man. But like I said, they're an addiction. This guy, asked me to drive one of his superstock cars on stage at Barrett Jackson. I got out of it, and I ended up buying it. So I got to watch myself, man.
Yeah, you got to put you on a little bit. You better hope this new show does well. You got to hulk up on some money, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, huh?
Tell us about your little baby that's coming, Bill.
Oh man, yeah, he's
a little boy or girl?
He's about it's a boy. It's a boy. I'm a lucky guy. I mean, I just want a healthy baby, period. But having a boy to follow my footsteps would be kind of awesome.
So when's the little mini Goldberg coming? The due date?
June the 8th is the due date. So we're keeping our fingers crossed, man. First one. So everything that affects my wife, I'm just on pins and needles.
If you think Goldberg's a baby,
I can't wait for it to happen.
If you think he's a baby face now, Brent, wait till he's a doting father, and he's going to really turn into a baby face. You couldn't be a heel if you tried.
I'm going to be one protective guy too.
You can't be, like Hogan, man. Like just think about all the, because Brooke's pretty, and all the guys that are sniffing around now. I feel sorry. Ooh, I'd be going crazy.
I feel sorry for those dudes. I don't feel sorry. I feel sorry for Hogan, but I can say that because I'm having a boy,
right?
And I don't know how really sorry I am for him.
Because when you have a boy, man, Brent, when your little boy goes out at 16 and tries to hook up some booty, that's manly and that's cool,
exactly.
Right? But when
totally different story.
Exactly. Hey, Goldberg, don't be a stranger, man. You got our kayfabe line. Give us a call, brother.
You got it, man. I'll do that. You guys, like I said, man, congrats to you, and please tell Hogan and Knobs and all the guys I said hello, and keep in touch with me, man, too.
I will, Bill, and as maybe week of during the night before the show or something like that, let's do another phoner if we can.
Love it, man. Just let me know.
Thank you, Bill.
Be good, guys.
Take care.